Hello everyone, this is Ethan with SDMETAL. We're here at the Grove in Anaheim right now talking to Tommy of Kamelot. How's it going today?
Good. Wait for the show. I hope it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, the line out front proves definitely that it's going to be very, seems very busy. So
yep. We always have good shows here. So I think we played here twice before, and those shows were super. So expecting nothing less.
Yeah. Especially as coming off right after you hit #1 on the Billboard Hard Rock chart.
That was awesome. It was really cool. That was our first time ever doing that. So that was like so amazing to see that when we woke up yesterday. So that was that was cool.
Definitely. For those who haven't picked it up, Haven is now out in stores. How was the process writing this album for you guys?
Well, it's always first of all, it's a very energy draining process, and it takes a long time. And since we now, some of the guys live in America, one guy lives in Stuttgart, Germany, and I live in Stockholm, Sweden. So it's a little bit of a hassle to get together physically. So while we also do that, sometimes we mostly work over online, send emails and work. Everyone works at home, and then we try to put it together. But I also travel a lot down to Germany, where our producer Sasha lives. So we kind of work a lot from there too. Yeah, but all in all, it's been, I would say over the course of 12 months, we created everything from scratch. But yeah, it takes 12 months. If you want to do an album, good.
Definitely. And yeah, this is your second album with the band. So how was it feeling going into it? Already being with the band for a while. So.
Yeah, I mean, both good and a little bit, of course, a big challenge to follow up something that was Silverthorn was really well received, and it's all I had no pressure in the beginning because no one knew me or knew what I was capable of doing. So, but now people have expectations of me, which is a little bit scary, but also it's challenging in a good way. I would say. Yeah. So I was both scared and eager to get going.
Yeah, especially because coming in after Collins, after he had to leave, unfortunately, you had some big shoes to fill, but you've been great so far. So
yeah, I can only be myself and bring what I can to the band, and I just feel that everyone has been really supportive and embraced me in the best possible way. So I cannot be happier actually with the result. Looking back, because changing a singer is a crucial thing for a band. You either make it or you don't make it. And so far it's been going really good.
And definitely, it definitely shows from the past two albums. It's just working out just fine.
Yeah, and that was also the main concern from the beginning. From what I understand, what Thomas's thoughts of the new singer. He has to be able to write, to be able to sing good, of course, but also be a good addition to the band personality-wise. So I think he had a hard time choosing in the beginning, but then I think everything worked out.
Yeah, you definitely made the right choice. So for you being a singer, where did you start out? What was your main inspiration to become a singer?
I never had an inspiration to become a singer actually, because I just kind of slided into it. Because growing up, going to school, I was always singing. Singing has always been a part of my life, but I never considered myself a singer. It wasn't until I was maybe 15 or 16. I met with one of my best friends now. He was playing guitar and writing songs, and I was really inspired, like by just crafting songs and doing songs, making stuff up. So I just started to play guitar and sing for that purpose, for writing songs. And that led into another thing, that led into another thing, and now I'm the singer of Kamelot. So I never aspired to be a singer, I just became a singer.
That works. So besides singing, like in the writing process, is it mainly Thomas who does everything, or did you have to say instrumentally?
Yeah, I mean we are basically me, Thomas, and Oliver, also Sasha, the producer. But everyone has equal say in music, lyrics, melodies. Even though I write most of the melodies and the lyrics, but I also made some stuff music-wise. So, but we all have, it's a team effort. That's what you hear on the album as well.
So other than that, do you actually play any other instruments, or do you just mainly stick to vocal?
No, I play. I wouldn't say I'm very good at it, but I play guitar and I play a little bit of piano, just for the writing part, which makes you a little bit more flexible when writing music. Yeah, but I'm not like super good at any instrument, no. So just use it for writing and for, sometimes it's good just to put your brain in put your brain away and just practice something, I really enjoy that too. But yeah, I started with guitar, and then guitar and the piano is not that different really when you know the theoretical part of it. So you just have to, I can do chords and stuff,
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you have the multiple different octaves that you can reach with the guitar and piano that you can't with some instruments, really. So it definitely helps probably for writing and everything.
Yeah.
Just getting all the notation down. So.
Yeah, my favorite instrument would probably be piano, because it's so, you can make stuff sound so beautiful with piano. It's one note, it's beautiful on the piano. I can't describe it. It's also, I like pitch perfect instruments. It's easier to relate to when singing than the guitar that's always a little bit out of tune.
Yeah, that would, especially like on the bonus tracks on this side of the album, you did a couple of the pianos, I think it was those.
The End of Innocence?
Yeah, End of Innocence was one of those that you did just the piano version. Yeah, you can truly see just the beauty of the piano blend in.
Yeah,
it works out really
well.
well.
I love piano stuff. And then Oliver plays piano. He's really classically trained and really an awesome musician. So when he plays, it's effortless and smooth and beautiful.
Definitely. So get a little bit away from Kamelot. So for you, what was your first rock or like concert you went to?
First rock concert I went to. I think it was, because I was late. I was very late into metal at all, even rock. I listened to Michael Jackson and Queen when I grew up. And then when I was 15, 16, I started to listen to other stuff. And then I found Dream Theater. I found Yorn, stuff like that. Stuff that he did with Ark and with Beyond Twilight. So that was kind of my gateway to that music. I think the first song I heard from Dream Theater was Spirit Carries On.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, totally hit the right spot for me.
Yeah, especially because that one just has all the piano
Yeah.
so just a perfect gateway.
Yeah. And then I started listening to other stuff, and I thought, oh, shit, this is actually really cool. But the first concert I went to was Sonata Arctica.
Ah, yes.
When they were small still. One of the first.
So that was back in Sweden? Or?
Yeah, I was in Sweden. Yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, I also want to do this. So cool.
Yeah. Well, especially with them, it's like they just have such good chemistry too with the piano and guitar and everything. It's just like, it's probably just hit right for home for you. It's like, there we go.
I really like the way they especially in the early albums that they did, Ecliptica, Silence, and all these albums, the early ones, really have good melodies. Really good melodies. So that's what I kind of like to hear, you know.
Oh yeah, stuff to pick out. So also speaking of rock and everything, what was the first song you ever learned to play?
On a guitar? Or
Yeah,
like that was my own song.
You just wrote it yourself?
Yeah. So that was, I actually never learned to play any song that was already existing. I don't know how to play any song.
Oh, I mean that's all. I don't know. That's always a good way to learn too. You know, so you're not influenced too much either. So you can kind of let your own style flow out.
Yeah, I'm always really. It's really awkward when I am among bands and stuff like that. Like if everyone knows, you're supposed to know some people. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone. I'm really a blank paper. I don't recognize anyone, and I really just. I just don't come from that kind of background. I didn't listen to that music. I didn't got any influences from it. Here I am, walking around these people, and I don't know who they are.
I mean, that might be a good thing too. You don't have that stardom side, so you can get to know them more personally as a person.
Maybe, but it feels weird sometimes. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's the person there." You know who that is?
It's no idea, but that's okay. So.
If you talk about sports, that would be a different thing.
Okay.
I would recognize people.
What's like mainly football?
I was playing, in soccer.
European football.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
I was playing, all my life until I found music. Then I just quit everything.
Definitely. So, if you had the option, to go make a bill of 3 other bands that you'd love to just go tour with, who would you choose?
I would choose, but this is going to be weird now because they're all dead. But Michael Jackson, also Queen, of course.
Yeah.
And then I would probably say there's a Swedish band called ACT.
Okay.
ACT. There has to be one of my favorite bands.
Nice. For anyone listening in on this or watching us on YouTube or wherever else we'll have this posted, are there any new bands that you've been listening to lately that you would like to recommend or anything on your current playlist?
Right now it's actually mostly country on my playlist. When I just want to listen to music and relax, I listen to, apart from Toto and Queen and stuff like that, I really like Swedish music because that really speaks to me. You know, to hear something in your native language is always easier to embrace, I think. So I listen to a lot of Swedish music, which would probably not make sense to tell on this YouTube video, but there's one guy. His name is Lars Winnerbäck, a Swedish singer-songwriter, which has awesome lyrics, which people will understand.
That's what Google translates for some of the time. Not a perfect representation, but it's a start. So you kind of briefly talked about the transition into Kamelot, but how exactly did you get the gig? Were you with a previous band before, and they kind of saw you and like, oh, let's check this guy out?
Yeah, I am still in another band too. So it's called Seventh Wonder.
Okay.
Swedish band. We've been going on since 2000. So we had a show in Prague Power, Atlanta.
Okay.
It was back in 2010, actually. And Roy just left the band right then. A couple of days before that, Prague Power, and they had no singer. So I think Thomas kind of initially looked at the bill of the singers going to be at that festival. And so he gave me a call, asked if I could help them out. And it was like not so much time to prepare, so I said I cannot do all the songs, but I could probably learn 1 or 2 songs, you know, before, if that helps.
Yeah.
So I did that, and that's probably how, you know, basically how it started.
Yeah, it's like it's prog power always has like the coolest lineups. I always see it. It's like, of course, it's always Atlanta, so it's a bit of a fly.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You should definitely go there. It's a cool festival, and you get to meet all your favorite bands. They all have signing sessions, and they walk around. You know, so it's easy to talk to people, which I would enjoy if I was a fan.
Definitely, it's like just a really cool thing. I think that's about all the time we have. But thank you again for spending the time with us.
Thank you.
And make sure to check out Kamelot on the road right now, touring with Dragon Force, and check out the new album Haven. This is Ethan with SDMETAL signing off.